In the shadowy corridors of ancient history, where whispers of gods and kings intertwine, there lies a tale that challenges the very foundations of our understanding of power, faith, and human nature. It is a story that has been told and retold through the ages, but its depths remain as mysterious and compelling as ever. The narrative of King David, as found in the Hebrew Bible, is not merely a chronicle of a great leader. It is a profound exploration of the human condition, the complexities of divine intervention, and the moral ambiguities that define our lives. At its core, this story is a mirror that reflects the intricate dance between the sacred and the profane, the political and the spiritual, and the personal and the communal. It is a story that forces us to question what it means to be a leader, a follower, and a believer in a world where the boundaries between these roles are often blurred. David's journey from a shepherd boy to the king of Israel is a tale of ambition, loyalty, and divine favor. However, it is also a story marked by betrayal, violence, and moral ambiguity. The narrative begins with David as a young man, celebrated for his bravery and his skill with a lyre. His fame catches the attention of King Saul, who, driven by a mixture of admiration and jealousy, takes David into his service. David's rise to prominence is rapid, and his relationship with Saul's son, Jonathan, becomes a central theme in the early part of the story. Their bond is described with a depth of emotion that suggests a love stronger than any other, surpassing even the love of women. This intense relationship, however, is overshadowed by the political turmoil that surrounds them. Saul, feeling threatened by David's growing popularity, becomes increasingly unstable, and his paranoia ultimately leads to his downfall. The transition from Saul to David as the king of Israel is not a seamless one. David's rise to power is marked by a series of events that are both heroic and deeply troubling. He spends years as a fugitive, often on the run from Saul's wrath, and during this time he forms alliances with unlikely allies, including the Philistines, the very enemies of Israel. This period of his life is rife with moral ambiguity, as David's actions often seem to blur the lines between loyalty and betrayal, righteousness and pragmatism. His time with the Philistines, in particular, raises questions about his true allegiances and the extent to which he is willing to compromise his values to achieve his goals. Despite these challenges, David's ascent to the throne is ultimately sanctioned by the divine. The prophet Samuel anoints him as the future king, and this act of anointing is presented as a moment of divine intervention. The narrative emphasizes that David's rise to power is not just a matter of human ambition, but is also part of a larger divine plan. This divine sanction, however, does not absolve David of his human flaws. His reign is marked by both great achievements and significant failures. He unifies the tribes of Israel, establishes Jerusalem as the capital, and brings the Ark of the Covenant to the city, solidifying his position as a leader. Yet, his personal life is marred by scandal, most notably the affair with Bathsheba and the murder of her husband, Uriah. These actions, while presented as personal failures, have far-reaching consequences for his reign and the future of the kingdom. The narrative of David's kingship is a complex tapestry that weaves together themes of political power, religious devotion, and personal morality. One of the most striking aspects of this narrative is the way in which it portrays the relationship between David and the divine. Unlike the earlier narratives in the Hebrew Bible, where God is often presented as an all-powerful and distant figure, in the story of David, God is a more immediate and personal presence. This is evident in the way God speaks directly to David through the prophet Nathan, offering both guidance and rebuke. The divine is not a passive observer, but an active participant in the unfolding drama of David's reign. The most significant moment in this relationship comes in the aftermath of David's dance before the Ark of the Covenant. This act of exuberant worship, which scandalizes his wife Michal, is a pivotal moment in the narrative. It is a moment of raw, unbridled joy and devotion. A moment where David's humanity and his faith are most fully expressed. It is in response to this act that God speaks to David through Nathan, offering him a covenant that is both a promise and a challenge. God promises to establish David's dynasty, to make his throne secure, and to be a father to his descendants. This covenant is a turning point in the narrative, marking a new phase in the relationship between God and the people of Israel. It is a moment where the divine and the human are most closely intertwined, where the political and the spiritual are inseparable. The narrative of David's kingship, however, is not just a story of divine favor and human achievement. It is also a story of moral complexity and the consequences of human action. David's reign is marked by both triumphs and tragedies, and the narrative does not shy away from exploring the darker aspects of his character. The affair with Bathsheba and the murder of Uriah are presented as personal failures, but they are also depicted as having far-reaching consequences for the kingdom. The story of David's son Absalom's rebellion, which is driven in part by a desire to avenge the rape of his sister Tamar by David's other son Amnon, is a testament to the ways in which personal failings can have devastating political consequences. The narrative does not offer simple answers or easy solutions. Instead, it presents a complex and nuanced portrait of a leader who is both divinely favored and deeply flawed. This complexity is perhaps the most enduring aspect of the David narrative. It is a story that challenges us to think about the nature of leadership, the role of faith in public life, and the moral responsibilities that come with power. It is a story that invites us to reflect on the ways in which our personal choices and actions can have profound implications for the communities we are part of. In the end, the narrative of David is not just a historical account. It is a moral and spiritual reflection that continues to resonate with readers today. In the end, the story of David is a testament to the enduring power of narrative, to explore the complexities of the human condition. It is a story that challenges us to think critically about the nature of leadership, the role of faith, and the moral responsibilities that come with power. As we reflect on this ancient tale, we are reminded that the questions it raises are as relevant today as they were in the time of King David. The narrative of David is a mirror that reflects the intricate dance between the sacred and the profane, the political and the spiritual, and the personal and the communal. It is a story that continues to speak to us, inviting us to delve deeper into the complexities of our own lives and the world we inhabit.